Hare Krishna. We're reading from teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on prayer 7. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 24. It's entitled Dangerous Encounters. Vishan Mahagne Purushad Darshanad Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichrataha Mride Mride Neka Maha Ratharashtro Ratha Strato Drauni Astratas Chasma Hare Virakshitaha. My dear Krishna, your Lordship has protected us from a poison cake, from a great fire, from cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwatthama. The list of dangerous encounters is submitted herein. Devaki was once put into difficulty by her envious brother, otherwise she was well. So Devaki, Kans wanted to kill her at the time of her marriage. At other times, Kans always wanted to kill her children. He personally didn't try to kill Devaki again. But Kunti Devi and her sons were put into one difficulty after another for years and years together. They were put into trouble by Duryodhana and his party due to the kingdom, and each and every time the sons of Kunti were saved by the Lord. Once Bhima was administered poison in a cake. So Duryodhana, he was very envious of Bhima. And so he gave him a poison cake to eat. He gave him a poison cake to eat and he threw him in the river. But somehow over there, Bhima was rescued by the inhabitants of the river, and they in fact gave him a nectar which made him stronger as 1,000 elephants or 10,000 elephants. And he came back. So all this was protection by the Lord Krishna. He protects. Once they were put into the house made of shellac and set afire. Yeah, they were all put inside a house. The house was on fire, but they had got the information and they were able to escape. And once Draupadi was dragged out and attempts were made to insult her by stripping her naked in the vicious assembly of the Kurus. That's such a horrible thing. The Lord saved Draupadi by supplying an immeasurable length of cloth, and Duryodhana's party failed to see her naked. So each time Krishna is saving them. Similarly, when they were exiled in the forest, Bhima had to fight with the man-eater demon Hidimba Rakshas. But the Lord saved him. So it was not finished there. After all these tribulations, there was the great battle of Kurukshetra. And Arjuna had to meet such great generals as Drona, Bhishma, and Karna, all powerful fighters. So we can see the life of the Pandavas, Kunti Devi. There's one trouble after another, but Krishna is keeping on saving them. He is protecting them. He kept protecting them each and every time. And at last, even when everything was done away with, there was the Brahmastra released by the son of Dronacharya to kill the child within the womb of Uttara. And so the Lord saved the only surviving descendant of the Kurus, Maharaj Parikshit. Ashwatthama, he wanted to kill Parikshit Maharaj when he was still inside the womb, not yet delivered. He was the only heir to the Kuru dynasty, and Ashwatthama wanted to kill him. But Krishna protected him. He protected Parikshit Maharaj within the womb of Uttara. We can see each and every time Krishna kept saving the Pandavas. Now someone might say, oh my God, so if we become a devotee, then we have to suffer all these tribulations? No. Krishna, he is showing us through the example of the Pandavas that he always protects the devotees. It's not that he's going to put us into these tribulations. A parent never gives the child something that the child is unable to do. A parent just loves the child, and even if the parent needs to teach lessons to the child, he gives them lesson which the child will be able to learn from, not get terrorized from. So Krishna is just using the Pandavas. They are his instruments. They are his instruments, and by their example, he's showing us that he always protects his devotees, no matter what. They are his pure devotees, and Krishna always protects them. And then what is the mood of Kunti Maharani? In spite of facing all these dangers time and time again, what is she praying? What is the mood of the pure devotee? She's saying, my dear Lord, let these dangers keep coming again and again. We're going to be hearing in the future verses that let these dangers come again and again. Why? Because when the dangers are coming, we are seeing you. And by seeing you means we are not going to be seeing repeated birth and death. That is the mood of a pure devotee. So here, Kunti remembers all the dangers through which he passed before the Pandavas regained their kingdom. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta pranashyati. My dear Arjuna, you may declare to the world that my devotee is never vanquished. The Pandavas, the sons of Pandu, were great devotees of Lord Krishna. But because people in the material world are interested in material things, the Pandavas were put into many dangers. Their materialistic uncle Dhritarashtra was always planning to kill them and usurp the kingdom for his own sons. That was his policy from the very beginning. So Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, you declare, because people will they might not believe what I'm saying, but you say it, people will believe you. What is that? That Krishna's devotees, my devotee is never vanquished. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you tell boldly to everyone. You become my devotee and you have full protection. That is Krishna's promise. That's Krishna's guarantee. So once Dhritarashtra constructed a house of lac, which was so inflammable that when touched with a match, it would immediately burst into fire. Then he told his nephews and sister-in-law Kunti, I've constructed a very nice house and you should go live there for some time. But Dhritarashtra's brother Vidur informed them of Dhritarashtra's policy. He wants you to go to that house so that you may burn to ashes. When Dhritarashtra's son Duryodhana understood that Vidur had thus informed the Pandavas, he was very angry. Such is the nature of politics. Then, although the Pandavas knew our uncle's plan is to send us into that house and set it afire, they agreed to go there. After all, Dhritarashtra was their guardian, and they did not want to be disobedient to the order of a superior. But they dug a tunnel under that house, and when the house was set on fire, they escaped. So Krishna is all the time guiding them, all the time. Another time when the Pandavas were at home, Dhritarashtra gave them poison cakes, but they escaped from being poisoned. Then Purushad Darshanat, they met a man-eating demon named Hidimba Rakshas. But Bhima fought with him and killed him. On another occasion, the Pandavas were cheated in a game of chess in the royal assembly of the Kurus. Dhritarashtra, Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya, and other elderly persons were present. And somehow or the other, Draupadi, the wife of the Pandavas, was placed as a bet. Now, if you lose, the Kurus told the Pandavas, Draupadi will no longer be your wife. So when the Pandavas lost the game, Karna and Dushasana immediately captured her. Now you no longer belong to your husbands. They told her, you are our property. We can deal with you as we like. So it was a real difficult situation for Draupadi. And yet, Krishna saved her. Krishna saved her. So This is another pastime. Okay. So we'll read this pastime tomorrow. We'll continue with it tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.